Hey, beautiful soul. This is Hanneke from Twin Soul Alchemy. Welcome to this channel on blossoming on the twin flame journey. Can you feel the dreaminess of the Pisces New Moon? It's been a while since I've done an energy update, but this energy is just so adorable that I just had to come on and talk about it. As usual, I'm using astrology to word the things that I'm picking up intuitively. So take it as it resonates for you. For me, it feels like we are coming out of a really stable period with not a lot of highs and lows, and with a focus on stability and moving along in our life, building our life from the ground up. And now suddenly there's this beautiful, deep emotional energy. The Pisces New Moon is a time of dreaminess, imagination, fluidity, mystery, and beauty, and it symbolizes a spiritual journey where we get in touch with our unconscious desires. And in the new moon, the sun and the moon unite, and this time it's in a mutable water sign, and this can trigger an emotional response, and it can make us feel a lot more sensitive to what is going on around us and to the emotions of others. And as you may pick up, Pisces is a compassionate sign, and it enables us to really get in tune with other people's energy and, of course, with our own energy. And it allows us to be very empathetic. It might make you feel like you want to get lost in your dreams and just sit there for hours listening to music, or really get moved by what you're feeling or what you are seeing in art or something else that really moves you. You might even start to feel dizzy. It's funny. I've been feeling dizzy for a couple of weeks now because I'm having balance issues, but the last couple of days it has really picking up. I'm feeling more and more dizzy, and even the people around me are telling me that they feel lightheaded. And it might feel a little bit unbalanced, but it's also very exciting because can you feel it? The spring is in the air. Well, it depends, of course, where you live, but it's the end of the astrological year and we're wrapping things up, and it's about leaving the last things behind and making space for the new. And what you may experience in your connection is that these sudden shifts might happen, and you may get sad about this, feel like parts of you are dying, but the thing is, that's okay, let that happen, because the parts of you that are dying, they are creating space for something new. And I really hope that you can pick this up too, because the last couple of days, a world has opened up and a whole new timeline has opened up, and it feels like there are so many opportunities, and it's not concrete yet. It's really an energetic potentiality that we can start to feel right now. And what I'm picking up is what we're leaving behind is the wounded feminine. And we've healed so much the last couple of years, and now it's time to see the beauty in what we've healed. This wounded feminine energy has been part of our society, our culture for so long, and I don't know about you, but it has made me feel ashamed. This wounded feminine, and even though that I completely understand where that comes from, women have been dependent on men in a patriarchal society on so many levels, and I've talked about this before a couple of times in my videos, and we are, of course, shifting out of that. We have been for decades now, and to me it seems like we're finally coming to a place where we can feel love for the pain that has been there for a long time. And the fact that we can distance ourselves enough from the pain, the wounded female, the wounded feminine energy that wants to claim the masculine, that wants to possess the masculine, that wants to grab his soul. We're moving out of that, and we're also forgiving that energy that has been there for so long, and forgiving ourselves for at some point in our life identifying with it, because it is an important part of the twin flame journey to go through that, to experience that, this push-pull dynamic. When you really dive into it, and when you're really honest, if you feel like you're the feminine energy in your connection, if you're really honest, then there is this part of our process, of our spiritual journey, where we deep down on an unconscious level, or maybe it's even conscious, but we want to possess our masculine out of fear. We want to possess him because we're afraid to end up alone. We're afraid to feel abandoned. This abandonment wound it's like it's carved in our soul. And now we are moving away from that. And it's the black moon Lilith in Virgo and the asteroid Vesta, who is in Gemini, that are creating this energy with the new moon that is pushing us to move forward. And Lilith is urging us to be free and to break through all of these constructs that are holding us back. And it represents our wildness and our instincts that transcend our modern society. And it brings us in contact with these radical versions of ourselves. And it's allowing us to become our own person. It brings us in deep connection with the raw feminine energy. It connects us with the mother and with the earth in a deeply feminine way. We can feel the connection with life itself and with nature at a very basic instinctual level, becoming part of, or feeling part of, its rhythms and its cycles, and being able to accept that deeply feminine aspect of ourselves as a human being. It'll help us to act upon what feels right for us, and to stay true to us, and to not conform to other people or the mainstream or even our divine counterpart. And Vesta is urging us to start this emotional journey, this deeper spiritual awakening, and it helps us to overcome situations by becoming our truest selves. This might be the moment where you can truly communicate to your divine counterpart how you see everything, as you completely and deeply accept parts of you that you were pushing away before. And as you really dive deep into the dreaminess of the Pisces energy, you get in touch with this side of you that might have been lost for a while. And it will help you to be compassionate and loving and forgiving. If there are hard feelings between you and your counterpart in this moment, you can ask yourself, what do I want from my connection, from the other person? What do I want from them? And how do I not give myself that in my own life? Maybe not in the connection. Maybe you offer the same to your counterpart and you're not getting it back. But how do you not take care of yourself that way in your life? And how can you feel compassionate towards yourself for not providing you that? How can you forgive yourself? And can you change something? Can you change something so that you will give yourself that? Maybe it's something that you have to communicate to your divine counterpart. Maybe something that you have to express how you've been hurt, or express your boundaries. Or maybe it's time to make some changes in your life. Give up some addiction, or change what you spend your energy on. Whatever is frustrating you or making you angry or sad or fearful about your connection, it is a mirror about your own life, and how it's actually a manual how you can change that part in your life so you can become truer to yourself. And it's in that way that you balance out the connection. You balance out your life. And this Pisces New Moon is helping us to do that in the most compassionate way we can be, in a most loving way. What still surprises me is that even though that this deep soul connection can trigger so much pain within us, and it seems like we blow this connection up so many times, every time something shifts, the unconditional love resurfaces again, and it's never truly gone, and sometimes it's just overshadowed by fear or doubt, and then something shifts and it resurfaces again. And it seems like there's an endless loop of cycles. And you can look at this in a negative way. Sometimes it feels like you're trapped in a vicious cycle, or a cycle that keeps repeating and repeating. But actually, you can also look at it as the most beautiful gift that you've ever received, because it seems like no matter what happens, you get to start over again, and you can tweak and you can do things differently. And each time you go through this, it gets less intense, and you mature, and then you mature again. It's this dance of polarities, of opposites, that keep attracting each other and keep growing each other in this beautiful rhythm that the universe is. When it feels bad, we often lose faith, and we want to fight what is happening, or run away, or just freeze because of the huge fear. But the current energy is showing us that this is just part of the natural rhythm of life, of the universe, and everything is there for a purpose. So having faith means letting the uncomfortableness happen. And the more we open our heart and our intuition, and the more that we can ground in life, the less scary that these cycles become. Because this way we can root deep into the earth and the system that we are a part of, the system that we are. And at the same time, we can dream or envision or create, manifest on an energetic level the life that we desire. So use this dreamy energy to deeply connect with your desires and your imagination, and buckle up, because the new astrological year is coming up. I'm sensing a beautiful ride. I'm sending you a lot of love. Take care.